Manhattan Beach, and it was so funky. It was like public access TV. And there were like 3 clocks behind me when I anchored, and the hands never moved, on the clocks.
But I guess like CNN started, right? Like 82, right? 81, 82. And so news as entertainment, I guess, kind of started taking off at that time. And so it became more, you started to see more and more of that sort of, journalism and reporting, I guess, on TV. It became a bit more. So I guess like that timing with you in some ways, yeah, you still had to claw your way to the top. But I imagine like the timing was pretty good in that sense.
I guess so. I don't know what to compare it to. I don't know how it was before. Well, I do. I mean, it seemed very male-dominated to me, but I was used to that, Yeah, I don't know, because, honestly, I don't know how to put it in perspective. It was just, I just climbed up from there. In TV news, you go to bigger and bigger TV stations because there's more audience, so their advertising time sells for more, so they can pay you more. The top of the heap is LA and New York, right? If you're working there, or for a network where you're broadcasting nationwide. So I just kept trying to but the next city was Santa Barbara, not bad, So then I started surfing Hammond's Reef and the ranch, and it's like, hey, met my husband there. I was going, this place is cool. Rincon, oh my God. I found a lady who lived in Montecito on the beach, and she had a guest house. I lived in it.
What?
So it was really fun, but then I thought, well, I have to keep going up. So I took a job in LA. Big mistake. Bad career choice, because it's like, careful what you wish for.
It was a bad choice.
Yeah. Careful what you wish for. You just might get it, And I'm living in LA, and I don't have Santa Barbara. I don't have Hawaii. You
get caught up in
but I have my
too.
family's home in Hawaii, and I'm there as much as I can.
Let me ask you, do your daughters surf?
They surf. I tried to get them to cut school and go surfing, and they wouldn't. I mean, I got to tell you, they are such good girls. It's like it must skip generations. But, I remember there was one day when they were in elementary school, and I convinced them, because the school was saying, now don't take off early for spring break because we get paid by the state, depending if you're present or not. And I said, come on, we're leaving like 2 days, like Wednesday or Thursday. We're leaving for Hawaii, we're going to go early. And so they're going, no, we can't. So we're at the airport. They're going, Mommy, did you call us in sick? I went, oh, forgot. Let me do it right now. And they're like, oh my God, we're going to die. So I start calling them in sick. Oh, Alana and Malia are very sick. I'm leaving this on a voicemail thing, right? And all of a sudden in the background it goes, Hawaiian Airlines Flight 10 bound for Hawaii is now boarding. And my daughters started crying.
It's going to go on our permanent record.
I know. I thought, what have I done? What have I raised here? One of them just got her PhD at Harvard, and now she just got her first job teaching at Cambridge. And the other is a business. That one's 31. She's 30. The other one's 29, and she runs she's a very high level business person. And I still think they needed to have more fun. I tried. I really did. I don't understand it.
Well, it's like, it's always the kids do the opposite of the parents, I feel like, it's like...
Yeah, I mean,
especially if you're too cool of a parent. It's like the whole Alex P. Keaton thing from Family Ties,
Yeah.
The hippie parents, and he becomes a Reaganite,
Yeah, like surfing is like, they surf. Like, that's mom's thing. But, honestly, they were very close, and we have a lot of fun together. But surfing was just something they took for granted. It was like we took them surfing, and they didn't realize it. I'd go, that's your Auntie Lynn, that's your Auntie Becky. These people were world champions, and they were going, okay, whatever. They're taking you surfing. They would be helping me teach my kids. It's kind of a big deal.
Do you not realize this?
Yeah. Or we'd run into like Sonny Garcia, and he's telling me, you're a legend, and they're going, why is my mom a legend? And they're like, they were like, okay, whatever. Can we have dinner now? It was
Did they ever ask, or are they ever interested now as they're older in like your history with surfing, and do they fully understand or appreciate the role you played?
Yes, they do now. They understand it. My older daughter loves telling stories to, her professorial friends at Cambridge and her graduate cohort at Harvard. And one of her advisors paid me $150 to talk on Zoom to a class she was teaching for entering freshmen last year on the California culture on surfing. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll do that. So yeah, they do bring me up at times, and it's kind of a novelty, I think. And then the younger one, she likes the surfing culture. She likes to be, yeah, that's my mom, So now that she's older, she'll claim cachet. Me. But, yeah.
Now that surfing's in the Olympics, it's like, yeah. And Carissa Moore is everywhere. You're like, that's because of my mom. I guess, gonna wrap this up, but what I want to know is, like, first, your involvement with Shaq. Like, what sort of stuff are you doing with them? And is there anything that you're working on at the moment that that our listeners should be aware of or be looking forward to?
With regard to Shaq, or with regard to
Shaq, or any sort of projects you're working on? Perhaps taking that diary of yours and turning it into a book, maybe? Just wink, wink, nod, nod, maybe?
I'm tempted to write a book, but I did a book in the year 2000 for Valentine, and they said, and hardly anybody bought it. And Valentine paid me real money, and I felt like I stole their money. It's like, sorry, you didn't sell. Sorry, I wasn't on the New York Times bestseller list, right? But
well, sometimes. I think surfing would sell more, maybe.
Yeah, I think there's a movie script. Yeah, I think there's a movie script there and a documentary. But I need a partner in that. I can't do it all. I'm trying to divest myself of the rest of my work these days so I can free myself up. So maybe when I get rid of all that, which should be by the summer, I told Pepperdine I'd teach one more semester, and that's the coming fall. And then I think I'm going to retire. I think I would love it. Hey, if anybody's listening, let's call Tyler.
If you've got money and know of a producer, let's make a movie. Actually, my last guest this past week was a filmmaker. I'll have to now talk to her. It just feels like there is a bit of a bigger push with women and surfing and diversity in surfing, and you have like that magazine Emotion. I don't know if you've seen that yet, but it's beautiful, and it's done by a couple friends of mine, actually, and it's all about inclusion in surfing and showing the diverse backgrounds of all the surfers and highlighting them instead of focusing on just the professional surfing. And I feel like there's people out there, listeners, if you are out there and want to see a movie on the birth of professional surfing and women's professional surfing, please reach out.
Yeah, and the antics and the
and the shenanigans.
And you also, you asked about Surfing Heritage and Culture Center. Yes. So I should say, yes, I love that place. I'm actually co-chairman of the board of directors there. And we are our museum has $4 million in assets. That's, surfboards, wetsuits,
every magazine.
Yes. And we're not getting paid. We have 3 employees, but this is like people who want to preserve surfing's history and culture. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. No other museum comes close to us. The rest of them, they rent our surfboards for their exhibits, it's like we have someone from the Smithsonian on our advisory council. So come by. It's in San Clemente anytime, and we're really preserving the history of surfing. So just wanted to
not only that, you have we're nonprofit. And you have lesson plans on your website. Everything from Nick Gabaldon to professional surfing. It's amazing, like super cool. Like it's a wonderful resource.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and we just hired a new archivist. We want to be the place where scholars and journalists and anybody comes where they need to access any history of surfing at all.
You've just described heaven to me.
You've got to visit. Be my guest.
I do. Oh, Patti, this was so much fun. I had an absolute blast, and I know Karen's going to be super jelly on this, but maybe we can get you back, or maybe we can get you and Sandy and Lynn and a few others to do something, maybe even live. I don't know. But yeah, I'm super honored that you came on. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tyler. It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed it so much talking to you. Very, very much.
Awesome. Thank you again. And for our listeners, don't forget to follow us on @SwellSeasonSurf on Instagram. And, of course, give us a like. And we'll see you all down the line.